It was 1 year ago today that Sandy made her march toward our shore. In some ways, that year has been painfully slow, the sometimes aggravating pace of recovery. In others, though, it passed like the blink of an eye. From unimaginable ruin to undaunted rebuilding. What a year it's been. Preparing for a storm's arrival is one thing. There are high-tech tools to see it coming.
The storm has made that cut toward the East Coast. You can obviously see that. Look at how it's plowing toward New Jersey.
This is the second largest hurricane in recorded history.
But there is no way to prepare for its exit, to know what it will look like when it's gone. That is, if it ever truly leaves us. And so when Sandy finally loosened her grip, the first task was taking stock of the loss. The houses gutted, the cars left to rust, the boats overwhelmed by the very water on which they used to glide. And the icons, those once great icons, turned testaments to Sandy's sheer strength, her raw and indiscriminate power. But in New Jersey and elsewhere, there wasn't much time for licking wounds. The open scar Sandy left behind quickly became a source of national healing. Who could forget this picture? President Obama with Governor Chris Christie, political rivals in the midst of a presidential election, putting politics aside to stand side by side.
We all came together because New Jersey is more important and our citizens' lives are more important than any kind of politics at all.
And the world set its focus here also.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's the American spirit, isn't it? Everyone getting together and making things right. It's fantastic.
And before long, Stronger Than the Storm became more than a feel-good television jingle. It was a hard-earned truth. Houses that couldn't be saved were removed. Those that could were rebuilt and raised up. Even this would eventually go to make room for something no doubt bigger and better. And yes, there were setbacks, big ones. Red tape that often seemed too thick to cut through. And this, as fire engulfed the seaside boardwalk rebuilt after Sandy first wiped it away. But these were just hurdles, not roadblocks. And who would have guessed, a year after so many roads were washed away, so many would lead right back here, thanks to one basic truth that only a storm like this could reinforce. And of course, that truth is that we are all in it together. Tomorrow, I'll be reporting from the scene of one of those major setbacks we just mentioned, Seaside Park, New Jersey, where resilience has become a way of life. Meanwhile, Alicia at the big board now with more on another community 1 year later. And Alicia, Toms River, of course, was among the hardest hit.
Absolutely, Brian. And today, officials in Toms River, as you referenced, still trying to put a number on the damage as efforts to rebuild there continue. They say that storm cost the township $2 billion in property tax collections. Only 300 of the 2,400 residents have been able to return to their homes in hard-hit Ortley Beach, just to give you an idea of what they're still up against. Also today, City Council members signed an ordinance to move forward with eminent domain proceedings against 13 homeowners who have been holding out on some rebuilding efforts. Officials say the existing dune there was insufficient and it was discontinuous, and that's what left the shoreline and the residents unprotected when Sandy hit. Well, the Army Corps of Engineers wants to build a continuous dune system to protect the oceanfront community by essentially building a beach 100 feet into the water. They need all property owners, though, on board in order to get it done.
So you'll essentially have a barrier to protect this area and the whole coastline against damage. And that's why we feel so strongly about it, because that beach will absorb the energy of the waves.
Well, the Army Corps of Engineers is trying to get that project underway by next year. But again, they do need those homeowners to finally get on board with that project. Our coverage of Sandy, the 1 year anniversary, continues on the 6 ABC News app. If you haven't already downloaded it right now, you can take a look at 2 of our slideshows, just some of the features available to you. Sandy, pictures of the aftermath, pictures of the storm itself, all available there on our website. You can also take a look back at the first videos from Chopper 6 after Sandy finally left our area. Our app, along with 6abc.com, will be updated with our anniversary coverage all throughout the week. So if you have not downloaded the 6 ABC News app, we encourage you to do so. Brian and Shirley.
So many incredible images and so many stories to share this week, Alicia. We're looking forward to doing it. Thank you.